Hello, y'all. It's still Monday the 10th at 11:49 p.m. I'm surprised how quiet it is right now. So, I thought I would have a free opportunity to do a video. So, my right ankle is still hurts really bad, and I know it's the fluid retention due to the sleep deprivation. It's like my right ankle hurts so bad I can't walk, and it seems like as if the fluid is trapped. So what just happened was I went to try to go pee, and they had a red car nearby. I thought nobody was in the car. And then I try to hide, hoping that no one can see me. The car was a red car with strange headlights. This hasn't happened in a long time for them to monitor me while I go pee. And it's like they were sitting there waiting. The car was turned off, and it looked like nobody was in the car. So I thought I was in the clear. And immediately after I walked away from where I went to pee, the car hurried up and turned on the ignition, and then had funny headlights and turned on the ignition and hurry up and illegally fraudulently drove off real fast. And me being a black female, it's usually a white male to do this to me. Even though I've had other people do it too, but it's mainly a white guy to do this. So, as I said, I don't even really have any privacy or any good place to go and pee. I don't have any privacy out here or nothing, and I'm just trying to freaking survive. Excuse me, all of a sudden I got gas. So, I came and jumped on here and said that, so, yeah, as I said, that perp must have been lurking around waiting for me. Now, if I was still sitting here holding my pee in, then the car would probably still be sitting there. And sometimes, I've had to deal with some strange, weird stuff, being homeless on the streets. And the weirdness and the harassment and abuse is worse because of being targeted, and nobody gives a fuck, not even other so-called TIs. They don't even want to hear about your struggles, or because they want to falsely make it like you're toxic and negative, because they're on that new age fake bullshit. And then I hear about this thing called toxic positivity, which is new age, delusional, and fake. You know. So yeah, so even on my left leg, my left foot and left leg, I feel a lot of fluid retention in both feet and legs. And I think that might be why I'm like 275 pounds, but I don't know how much extra fluid I have. But if I got rid of the fluid, I might end up being 260 or something. So I end up with more fluid retention and more weight gain when I'm on the streets than when I'm in a hotel or a motel room. And when I'm in a hotel or motel room, I end up you know, but as I said, the sleep deprivation coincides with the fluid retention. And then once I get better sleep, and then next thing you know, they start with the forced urination and stuff like that. So even skinny targeted individuals have to go through this. So while I'm on film, um, I wanted to say that the telephone scatologia perp found a picture of first he used Wyatt, then he used Mark pictures, or trying to make a fake profile of them. copying off of J Demon Rotten shit. When J Demon Rotten shit, when she um made a fake profile posing as the fake foster mom Adrian Felder and harassing me in the live streams. I knew the foster mom wouldn't do such a thing like that because she don't even use social media. And so the fake foster mom, she had a big issue during the MySpace days, but I was a grown ass woman, and she thought she had the authority to you know, restrict me. At 22 years old, the foster mom thought she had authority to try to restrict me from using MySpace. And they were stalking my MySpace years ago, back in 2006, and trying to hunt for excuses to incriminate me because I was speaking out against their abuse. Her and the foster sister Shelly, and Shelly's, I don't even want to call that a husband. And I don't even want to say his name, but I'm going to say Greedy Dykes Brian. I mean, you brag about beating on kids. You brag, he be 6 feet 7 inches tall and brag about all the kids he's tortured. So, I mean, of course, in 2006, I was vocal and outspoken against the foster mom and Shelly and Brian and whoever else was in that household. I was vocal and outspoken against all their damn abuse. And even what happened to me in New York, and even the biological family members, like even my twin sister was hurt when she said that the biological family members would basically stalk our MySpace accounts and laugh at our short haircuts. But it's a New Orleans thing, I guess. They're ignorant, low class, ignorant, and ghetto and retarded enough that they freaking just reprobate, and they like to gossip and talk shit about people and ignorantly laugh and think it's funny. But like, they want to get gangster and ghetto on you and want to fight you if you say something bad about them, but they can bully, harass, and laugh at and slander you and talk shit about you and make fun of you all day long. But when it comes to you, you got hell of a nerve. Yeah, you got hell of a nerve when you talk about them. So they want to try to use violence to control you, violence or threats to try to control you. So the telephone scatologia perp, I don't even know where he get a picture of Mark from. And so and it's like the perps will not leave me alone. So when so I try to look and see where did he get that picture from. At first I thought it was Mark and got scared for a bit. But then I figure it's the telephone scatologia perp posing as both Wyatt and Mark. And I do not have a relative named Melissa Grandpre with J Demon Rotten shit. I don't know where she get that from. See that now they starting up with the loud. See, noise harassment. So I don't even know where J Demon Rotten shit, where she get that from. That sounds like the O'Reilly skanks. So yeah, it's 11:59 right now. So I was a little bit hot and stuffy tonight. I couldn't sleep. Well, so far I couldn't sleep. And I'm feeling like high anxiety about tomorrow. Well, tomorrow starts in about less than a minute. But I'm talking about several hours from now. I'm feeling anxiety and feeling scared and feeling like I don't know where to go or what I should do, where to go or what I should do or where to go if I can't have my sleeping. I don't even be wanting to carry the sleeping bag. And I wish I did have a legit hiding spot. But as I said, I can't even use the bathroom or go potty in privacy or peace. And so, they stalking on my ass when if I try to go hide my sleeping bag. They stole stuff from me before. So I mean, when I told one of the workers at the place where I went to for dinner yesterday, she said she said that them denying me service because my bag is a little too big. She said that that's ridiculous. And she said it's like, discriminatory. But I explained to her that I keep clean. This thing is new. This sleeping bag is new. So I went to try to figure out where did the sex trafficking perp get that picture of Mark from. And then lo and behold, when I went to Google search a few siblings just to make sure that they're all right and alive and stuff. Every once in a big blue moon, like maybe every 3 months or every 6 months, or just randomly, I'll just to see if they're okay, even though we're not close or we don't get along. But my heart dropped, and then I kind of didn't even know how to respond. I shed a few little tears, but I found out that my half sister Yolanda had died. She died on Wyatt's birthday, which was 2 days. I just found out like under a half hour ago. I found out that she died. I'm really shocked. The biological half sister Yolanda. And so they always butcher the obituaries and never put people's names properly. And I get in trouble with YouTube if I say what I suspect what I think she died from. Even people who I knew growing up or whatever seem like they dropping like flies. But I can talk about it on my blog though, but I just can't say it on YouTube. But then again, I have no um I don't want to jump to conclusion and make a false assumption. Well, they had a New Orleans rapper. Was it Josephine Johnny? That I made a mistake and jumped to conclusion and made an assumption, and I got attacked. And come to find out, he didn't even die from what I thought it was. So, I mean, that really caught me off guard because I wasn't even. I mean, like when I try to Google search Ramona's name, that's when Yolanda came up, and I thought I was hallucinating. And I only saw Yolanda like I can count on my hands how many times in person I saw Yolanda. But see, the mentally slow off, retarded biological family want to talk about the author's not your daddy because you're not light skinned like him kind of bullshit. But they don't say that my niece Monica does not belong to Larry because Monica's skin color she's the whitest because we're Creole. So Monica's skin color is like the whitest in the freaking family. So and even her kids, well, Malia's a little tan, but Lil Randy, Yeah, he's just about as white as her. But Raymond is my nephew. Raymond's freaking brown skinned. So even if the family did have access to my phone number and stuff like that, if they had access to my phone number, they wouldn't have called me up and told me anyway. Because births and death in the family is really none of my business, according to them. But they won't let you know of a birth in a family or a wedding, but they'll be quick to tell you about a funeral and then demand and expect you to go. I'm like, but then we get called disrespectful if we be like, well, I thought you said Arthur wasn't our daddy. Why you demanding I go to this and that person's funeral? Like Ramona, she tricked me into going to a stranger's funeral. Like, if you want to rub it in my face, lying and saying Arthur ain't your daddy, well, why you was taking me to his family members' funerals? And and they want to say, well, Arthur's not your daddy. Well, they're not gonna say that Yolanda is your stepsister. They'll try to make like Yolanda ain't related at all, or that like any like Aunt Carolyn or whoever that they. I mean, it's like, wait a minute. It was the day after Blake's funeral. My cousin Blake, my mom's sister's son, Blake's funeral. Because remember, I told y'all that Aunt Carolyn and Aunt Yvonne from each parent's side, Carolyn off my dad's side and Yvonne off my mom's side, they both live like adjacent to each other. They both, I'm not gonna say the name of the street, but they both live like on the opposite side, but more like adjacent, on the same street in the 7th Ward in my hometown, New Orleans. And we knew from Hurricane Katrina, but that some people, they're so stuck that they were upset to have to leave and be away from New Orleans for a long time. So Yvonne, people like her, worshiped the doggone 7th Ward. She was like living in the St. Bernard projects before Katrina, before and during Katrina. So and my Aunt Carolyn, I don't know that much about her. I just met her a few times, and she joined that fake Jehovah's Witnesses cult, and I don't know if that was the reason why she cut off all contact with me. But I was trying to bond with her and get close with her, and so I'm like, wait a minute, this Aunt Carolyn, who they want to call her Aunt Carrie, I just found out about this lady a few years ago. I knew about my Aunt Marie, but I don't recall ever meeting her. But Aunt Marie, she died before Arthur. And she was younger. So, what, in the obituary, I was shocked because they try to say that Yolanda just had 3 sisters, Samuetta and some other person, and also Ramona. Our names damn sure weren't mentioned. Candy and Brandy, our names weren't mentioned. And then they didn't even mention any of our brothers. None of the brothers either. But Ramona worshiped herself so freaking much that, her name especially gets to be included, but not our doggone names. And we had that issue and dilemma. See, all of our names were mentioned in the biological mom Francis obituary. But they even included Sean in Arthur's obituary, but they singled me and Brandy out. But they single us out and treat us a certain way, but then my twin sister is sitting there perping and abusing me and treating me a certain way. But all the adults in the family, either they perp me or they avoid me like the plague. Or like at family functions, Daryl Garnett's side of the family, my Aunt Yvonne's husband, deceased husband Daryl, like Daryl Garnett's side of the family, they all avoid me like the plague. Only one lady that wanted to get close with me and bond with me, and that was his cousin. She wanted me to call her Auntie Jane, but she also joined the fake Jehovah's Witness cult. I tried to reach out to her, about the family abuse, and she went AWOL on me and cut off contact with me. But Ramona, she goes around. Ramona, Wyatt, and Brandy, and sometimes Mark too. They be the main ones in the family to go around, smile on your face, have their hand out for money, and taking money from you, and while sneaking behind your back and starting making false rumors and lies, false rumors, and smear campaigns about you. And so so it's like, while they're smiling on your face and pretending to be fake friendly, and then go behind your back and slander you and make false rumors and make everybody hate you, and just using and taking advantage. So it's like, even though my hair is all cut off, I don't know if my hair is going to grow like this permanently, but it seems like ever since after using that 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 conditioner that I was using earlier this year, certain parts of my hair feel normal and other parts feel very thinner, straighter, and silkier. But it's kind of like as if it's like I'm getting worried because I'm sitting here feeling like, I hope this ain't trying to be bald or nothing. It's like my hair, especially on this, like up in this area and kind of this part, but mainly this spot, it's the most thin, and it's like so thin right here. And I ain't never been known to have thin hair. Like, my hair all my life has been like thick. Everybody used to act like they glorify my hair being so thick and stuff. But that yeah, I had to get my hair all cut off because it was damaged and I could not comb it. And my hair was ruined by that hair conditioner, and I didn't realize that there was a class that I had no idea, because I was actually mainly using natural stuff for a long time. But due to my situation, I can't even really eat natural or use much natural anything, but every once in a while I get to use some natural soap. But I see my hair is thin, getting thinner, and I thought that my hair would grow back to natural, but even after I got it all cut off, all this is still growing thin, and it's kind of worrying me. But so yeah, I mean, there was a big like, when I mentioned like on a guest, I mean, it's like when you bring up the family abuse or being singled out and stuff, that you get censored and falsely accused of creating drama when you know that you're being singled out. Wow, they had the person in that van, somebody in the back seat or the middle row, had their phone aimed up at me, filming me. So yeah, I am shocked. Well, I don't want to make any assumptions too soon, but I think I have an idea, but I don't want to be wrong, you know. But they say Yolanda was 63 years old when she died, and I think the last time I saw her, I think it was 2017. Could have been 2018. But I did not realize Yolanda was that short. And Ramona and wasn't close with authors' other kids like Yolanda, Samuetta, and I forgot the other one's name. And I never met Samuetta, I don't think, but I saw a couple of pictures. But um, the few times I saw Yolanda ain't never did shit for me, and she ain't never really been nice, you know. But Ramona tried to say that that Yolanda was messed up for charge. She's now Ramona wants to defend me about that, saying, "Well, that's your own sister. How your own sister gonna charge you $3 for a praline? She could have gave that to you for free." Well, I'm thinking in my head, well, I thought you said that author ain't our daddy. But Ramona defended me that time. But she's like, "Oh, well, how? That's our own sister, and we can't even go as far as the living room. We gotta stay in the kitchen." But Yolanda, I mean, we didn't even realize that. I found out through research that Yolanda's daughter Brittany used to love me, but then during around 2009 or 2010, we thought that that Arthur was dying, because Arthur was 82, and he died right after the biological mom, Frances, and he started to be dying when right after our Aunt Marie died. So I think I saw Brittany a couple of times, but I never met her kids. But I think, I mean, I hate to say that, it seemed like Brittany sold her soul and became Masonic, and got like a successful business and stuff like that. You know, so, and that's doggone. And I think that my niece Hellface Ugly Monica, I suspect that she might be part of the Order of the Eastern Star and Masonic also, because she living a freaking high life and narcissistic and arrogant as fuck. So you know, but if Yolanda wasn't nice, because Ramona put stuff in her head to, you know, make her think a certain way about us. But then Yolanda and Ramona try to complain to me that Yolanda didn't like her. But when I tell her about Monica hating me for no reason, because Ramona put stuff in Monica's head and other family members, you know. So my family betrayed and turned against me before they even got to know the real Candy Grandpre. And they treated me like shit, and now all of a sudden I'm wrong for exposing the way that the abuse and everything that they did. You know, zero respect at all. Like, I'm not even acknowledged. But I told y'all about how my nephew Raymond, Ramona's son, tried to say that Raymond threw in Ramona's face and exposed her, saying that she liked to run to strangers' funerals and then brag about how they looked in the casket, brag and laugh about how bad they looked in the casket and stuff like that. And Ramona likes to be surrounded by death. And that's why she's living in. She got mad because she was forced to move away from the 7th ward, but she was living in the 7th ward on purpose, directly where all the damn murders be happening at. Damn, you see, right when I mention murders, damn, that's part of the gang stalking. Y'all hear that? Well, I can hear the sirens, but they stopped now. The instant I mention murders, there they go with the siren, trying to spook me. Like, really? It's like, how are they able to hear me from that far? And they're disrupting my damn video because I needed to say more stuff. But yeah, I was looking up Ramona and found out that Yolanda had passed away. Shut the fuck up. See, I know they're doing this on purpose. Wow, they're doing a whole damn show. Now, if you this ain't gang stalking proof, then y'all delusional. And they inching closer and closer to me. This might have to bleed into another damn video because I ain't done talking. I can't believe they're doing this. They're doing this to disrupt and try to silence me. See how they suddenly stopped? No, they didn't. I still hear it. So Ramona dragged me to a stranger's funeral while telling me that Arthur's not our daddy. But then she tried to say that that guy was a family member when he was married to one of our cousins or whatever. And Antonia Wilford, I guess that was her husband or whatever. Antonia, and her sister, I forgot their names, and they abused me and treated me mean. They treated me mean because Ramona put stuff in their head, and then had them treat me mean. And then, she even lied and said she rode inside the funeral limo and lied and said that she rode on the way going, and when she didn't, and she just cheated a fake free ride and then dragged me along with her. That's